Hey man, what it do, man? Y'all already know. It's Dean, man. I am your host, Dean by any means. Hit the like and the subscribe. Hit me on my Cash App, Dean, $ Dean by any means. Y'all already know. Man, I just want to give a shout out to David Benavidez and Demetrius Andrade, man. They about to put on. They about to go ahead and go to war. And I truly believe it's going to be one of the best fights of the year. This might go down as fight of the year, to be honest. I potentially definitely see that. And I think that we got some fireworks in the making. Um, Demetrius Andrade, very awkward, good footwork, good jab, pretty good defense, nice power. I mean, more than respectable power. He put damn near everybody down that he been in the ring with. You know what I mean? They at least touched the canvas. So I got to give Demetrius Andrade his credit. I mean, one of the funniest guys, most entertaining guys in boxing, and I really feel as though his career, um, with his personality, hasn't taken off the way he deserved, because he's been one of the top fighters, a former Olympian, um, one of the best amateurs out there. Just he got a decorated boxing record. Like, it is what it is. Canelo ain't want to fight him for the longest, and I'm kind of mad that Canelo didn't fight him, because to be honest, with his personality, with Canelo's personality, just the trash talk that would have been in there, that would have been a nice pay-per-view fight for sure, for sure. Um, Demetrius Andrade, he's not scared, very confident when he in the ring. Very awkward style. What we mean by awkward is he'll make you think a punch is supposed to be a jab and it turn into a hook. He'll make you think it's a hook, but he gonna go to a body shot. He'll act like he gonna swing one way, but then swing with his right hand. So that's what we mean by awkward. The timing when he throws his punches. He punches in between shots. He punches. He could be the aggressor. Sometimes he could be on his back foot. It just all depends on how the fight is going. Now, the Mexican monster. The Mexican monster. I mean, what else can be said about David Benavidez? I mean, 26 years old, man, in the best shape of his life, entering his prime. I mean, his best attribute is the fact that he could outlast you, and that's a great attribute to have in boxing. The fact that he's just a dog, man. His endurance. I mean, that's something every boxer should strive for. Because what that means is he's dedicated to his sport. And when somebody is dedicated to their sport and they very confident but quiet, and he turned up when it needed to be, because that lets me know that he's not scared. And I just think he's one of the best boxers of this generation. It just is what it is. Like, he's your typical flat-footed Mexican, they would say. But the difference with him is his punch output, his IQ in the ring, his accuracy with his punches, um, his combination punching. Um, I just really feel as though that David Benavidez is just a different style of fighter. Like, he's that, but he has more to his toolbox. And he could come forward, he could back up. And I really love that David Benavidez, he's just a dog, man. And that's something that you can't teach in boxing. You cannot teach a guy that is not afraid, a guy that understands when it's time to turn up. The thing that we just asked for Shakur Stevenson to do. If David Benavidez was in that same situation and the fight was going to where as though people weren't entertained and he knew it was time to turn up, I truly believe he would do that. I truly believe he would do that. He would start throwing more. He would put himself in harm's way to make sure that he gets you out of here. So the way I actually see this fight going, I think the first round, I think the first 3 rounds, I think Andrade's going to win 2 of the first 3. Okay. I think when you get to round 4 and 5, I think David Benavidez is going to take it. So now we talking about what we talking about. We talking about 3-2 right now. Now, when I think that Andrade will get around 6, maybe 7, but from 6, 7 to 8, I think David Benavidez is going to get 2 of those rounds. So now we 7-4. Okay. Yes, we 7-4. Yeah, we 7-4. So no, we not 7-4. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. Let me not even try to do it like that. I think the first 3 rounds, Andrade gets 2 of them. Out of 4, 5, and 6, I think that David Benavidez is going to win at least 2 of them. So now we're going to be halfway with through 6 rounds. The next 6 rounds, especially the last 4, I see that David Benavidez dominating. So I really got David Benavidez winning about 8-4. And I'm gonna tell you why. I like Andrade's awkward style. I think Andrade has a nice jab. But the problem with that is that David Benavidez has a high guard. David Benavidez is not scared of that. And David Benavidez is going to throw while you're throwing. So you're throwing a jab out. He's going to throw one back. He might throw it straight back. He's going to go to the body. He might slip that and then go to your body. I just think that if Andrade could, I think once it start getting hot and heavy in there in the ring, Andrade is going to be backing up and Benavidez is going to be cutting him off, pacing himself, getting him in bad positions in the ring. And he does an excellent job at doing that. But when he does that, he gets so many punches off. One, he puts you in a bad position because now you feel like you're getting beat on. So you just mentally, you start swinging back because you don't want the ref to stop it. The problem with that is that's his boxing style. So if you're not used to having your back up against the ropes or in the corner, being able to slip shots in and out, and it's not like Andrade has Floyd Mayweather's defense, you're going to receive some punishment. The thing is with David Benavidez, and I really feel as though Andrade has to keep David Benavidez in the middle of the ring. Because if Andrade doesn't keep him in the middle of the ring and he lets David Benavidez dictate where they're fighting at, similar to how Canelo did Jermell, then I truly, truly think that it's going to be bad because I don't think Andrade has the skill set to offset. When you're fighting a guy like David Benavidez that wants to cut off the ring and then put you against the ropes, you have to be a master at fighting with your back against the ropes, your back in the corner. Floyd Mayweather's, Muhammad Ali. It takes a very, very great slick fighter to beat a David Benavidez. And I really don't feel as though Andrade is, I think he's good at everything. I don't think he's great at anything. And that's the problem. I don't think you beat David Benavidez unless you're great at something. Because he's great at cutting off the ring. He's great at getting you to fight his fight. And when y'all up close, David Benavidez is one of the better boxers in boxing at punching out of the clinch and doing it cleanly. See, a lot of fighters punch out of the clinch, but they hit you behind the head, on the shoulder. The ref come in. This is how he was catching Caleb Plant. Not only when we get close am I going to hit you, but I'm going to hit you cleanly to where the ref is thinking second. He's having second thoughts about jumping in to break us up. He don't know if we're going to break up ourselves or because I'm punching you cleanly. He does a great job at that. I just think the keys for Andrade to win this fight is he has to keep it in the middle of the ring. He has to overutilize his jab. He has to not get out of character. He has to try to set David Benavidez up with the right shots. He has to fight his fight. He has to not fight David Benavidez fight. He had to stay off them ropes. He got to stay out of the corner. And he has to do a great job of adjusting. He got to know when to approach David Benavidez. When he start to get off on David Benavidez, don't stop. Go in for the attack. Too many times in boxing, guys will start getting off, but then they'll back up and reset and let the other guy get his stuff together. You can't do that with a David Benavidez. We saw it with Caleb Plant. You cannot allow that to happen because he's not going to just go anywhere because you thought you got a couple good punches off. So like I said, I truly think that those are the keys for Andrade to win this fight. If he don't keep it in it, but the main thing is keeping it in the middle of the ring. If he doesn't keep it in the middle of the ring, he's not going to win this fight. No way, no how. And my thing is, I don't think he can. Because David Benavidez has better footwork than people give him credit for. David Benavidez has better defense than people give him credit for. So you might be throwing and looking good out there, but are you connecting? Are you stopping his effective aggression from him going forward? His ring generalship, cutting off the ring. Are you going to be able to stop that? Because if you can't, you could look pretty, you could throw jabs, you could throw awkward punches, but something is coming back. And David Benavidez is a volume puncher. He's not a 1-2 shot guy the way Canelo is. David Benavidez is going to throw his hands. So you getting a jab off while he's inching closer towards you. And then once he got you where he got you, he throwing a 5-punch combination. And David Benavidez does a great job at keeping the attack consistent. He's very consistent. He has great endurance, and he's very consistent in the way he wants to fight you. He's not coming to play. Do Andrade have the skills to win this fight? He does. But he has to fight an excellent, smart fight. He has to outthink David Benavidez. He got to beat him upstairs first. He got to get David Benavidez thinking. He got to get David Benavidez second-guessing everything he's doing. He got to become a great counterpuncher. But none of that would matter if he can't stay off of them ropes and stay out that corner. None of it would matter if he's not able to attack David Benavidez in the middle of the ring and back him up. It won't matter. That's why they call him the Mexican Monster. It's a reason he has that name, because that's exactly what he is. You could look good in the beginning of the fight. What about when you start getting tired? The thing about him, he doesn't change tired or not. It's going to be a consistent ass whooping. So I got David Benavidez winning this fight. I don't think he's going to knock out Andrade, though. I will give Andrade that much credit. I think he's smart enough to survive if he starts getting hurt in there. I don't think he's dumb enough to try to get into a brawl with David Benavidez, especially once he's hurt. So I think it's going to go 12 rounds. It could be a possible controversial decision. I could see that happening also. I don't think that's going to happen, but I could see that happening. But I will say this. I got David Benavidez winning 8-4, dominating the last 4 rounds. And I think the first 8 rounds will be close. But I really see David Benavidez picking up the last 4 to 5 rounds and having Andrade in survivor mode. That's what I see happening, y'all. Get at your boy, Deem, by any means, man. Like and subscribe. I appreciate y'all, man, that's rocking with me, man. We growing fast over here, y'all. Like, we are growing fast over here in a matter of a week and some change. Like, I'm just very, very thankful. I'm very proud. I appreciate y'all that rock on my message. I try to give y'all more than just boxing. Try to give y'all whatever I'm thinking about at the time. But right now, when it's boxing time, I'm going to cover that because I love the sport. So y'all already know, man. Get at me. Deem, by any means. You hear me?